In this video, I'm sharing how your body digests the food you eat with 5 mindful tips for improving your digestion. Get ready to nerd out with me. Hi there, I'm Jamie, registered dietitian nutritionist, and my goal is to liberate you from the struggles of eating well so that you can feel amazing in your body and nourish your way to a healthier you. So if you want to eat healthier in a balanced, mindful way, click the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified every time I release a new video. Now, of course, you don't need to know all the ins and outs of the mechanisms and chemical reactions that happen within your digestive tract, but I do want you to be an expert of your own body. And digestion is a major function within your body. Therefore, having this general understanding of what's happening after you eat is going to leave you better equipped to eat in a way that improves your digestion. So let's dive in. What is digestion? Digestion is the action of breaking down food both mechanically and chemically to provide your body with essential nutrients like carbohydrates, protein, fats, and micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. Digestion begins in your mouth with mechanical digestion within your oral cavity, which is where we chew our food. So slowing down the speed at which you eat and chewing each bite really well will physically break apart the food. The larger the particles are when they leave your mouth and they travel down your pharynx to your esophagus, the more work your stomach and your small intestine have to do to digest the food. Now, chemical digestion also starts in your mouth. By chewing, you're activating salivary glands within your mouth that begin the chemical digestion process by releasing enzymes called amylase and lingual lipase. Now, enzymes are amazing, and there are several enzymes throughout the entire digestive process, and they each have their own very specific function to break down these unique chemical compounds that are found within food. So I just want to take a little sidebar here and say that all food is made up of chemicals. I sometimes hear people say, I don't eat food full of chemicals, or I don't eat anything unless it's natural and not made with chemicals. But if we look at this through a more scientific lens, we can see that food is a chemical, and it needs to be a chemical. That's how our body is able to recognize it and to use it in a beneficial way for our body. So the point I'm trying to make here is that chemicals aren't always harmful. Some of them are actually very nourishing, and we need them for our body. I digress. So once you chew your food well, the bolus you've created moves down the esophagus, and the simple act of swallowing stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, which triggers a wave-like motion called peristalsis. And this is just another form of mechanical digestion. And it's what carries the food bolus through the esophagus and into the stomach. Now, your stomach is super strong. It has 3 layers of muscle that force muscle contractions onto this bolus and mix it with gastric juices like water and electrolytes and HCl and enzymes and intrinsic factor. And this forms what we call chyme. And chyme just is partially digested food. Nothing fancy there. The chyme is then released out of the opening between the stomach and into the beginning of the small intestine called the duodenum via the pyloric sphincter. It's basically like the valve between the stomach and the small intestine. And what's most important to remember here is that the rate at which the chyme enters your duodenum depends on the type of foods we eat, like carbohydrates or protein or fat. Some food likes to hang around a little bit longer in the stomach, and that's what makes us feel fuller for longer. Overall, it could take anywhere from 2 to 6 hours after you finish a meal, depending on the size of the meal and the types of foods that you eat and the combination of foods that you eat, to fully empty your stomach. Who claims the title powerhouse of digestion and absorption? Your small intestine takes the cake. Your small intestine is the main site for nutrient digestion and absorption. On the surface of your small intestine, there are these finger-like bulges that contain hundreds of absorption cells called enterocytes. Each enterocyte has microvilli, and they're designed to maximize the surface area and therefore maximize the absorption of these nutrients so that they can enter the bloodstream and get to where they need to go within your body. Your digestion is an elaborate process. Therefore, your digestive tract requires help from accessory organs, more specifically your pancreas, liver, and gallbladder. These specialized organs contribute each in their own way, sending the GI tract special messengers like hormones and peptides to assist with the further breakdown of food and transporting the nutrients to where they need to go. In the final steps of digestion, the byproducts are moved to the large intestine, which is responsible for fluid balance and reabsorbing fluids to transform the waste of the digestive process from this liquid form into stool. The stool then moves into the rectum where it's stored until it's time to eliminate via the control of the anal sphincters. So as you can see, digestion is quite an intricate process, and this is just a high-level overview. So what I want to do now is take you through what happens when digestion doesn't go according to plan. What disrupts your digestion? In a perfect world, this digestive process would occur very smoothly, meaning you would digest your food and absorb the nutrients and have no adverse symptoms such as bloating or cramping, diarrhea, constipation, or discomfort. But there are many things that can go wrong with this process, from difficulties with chewing and swallowing to inflammatory conditions like inflammatory bowel disease or irritable bowel syndrome, and autoimmune conditions like celiac disease, or food allergies, food sensitivities, food intolerances. There are some not so fun side effects, to put it lightly, that can happen with these digestive related issues. Also, even though the GI tract provides defense against viruses, bacteria, and foreign substances that you may have ingested accidentally by eating, the defensive barrier can be compromised by these pathogens, and it can cause damage to the layers of your digestive tract and result in injury and illness. So if you're experiencing symptoms with your digestion and you need support, I work one-to-one with my clients to resolve their digestive symptoms, and you can get in touch with me via the link in the show notes below. Now that you know the process of digestion, I want to share with you 5 ways to mindfully improve your digestion. Number 1, chew your food well. This is the first step in digestion, and you can really make improvements just by slowing down and chewing your food well. And this goes for smoothies and soups too. Try switching and swallowing to activate that initial chemical digestion within your mouth. Number 2, listen to your body. When you slow down at mealtime and you tune into how your body is feeling, you'll be able to gauge your fullness level more easily, and you'll be able to actually digest your food better because you give yourself more time to go through the processes of digestion, which can help with discomfort and bloating. Number 3, move your body. Regular moderate exercise has anti-inflammatory effects, and it can also help to alleviate constipation and improve gut transit time. Number 4, hydrate yourself with fluids and fluid-rich foods. Low fluid intake is a common cause of constipation, so be sure to drink plenty of water and eat fruits and vegetables that are rich in fluids, like cucumbers, tomatoes, melon, zucchini, and berries. Number 5, manage stressors with grounding practices. Your gut and brain are closely connected, so what affects your brain also has an impact on how you digest your food. Grounding practices like meditation, breathing exercises, yoga, and cognitive behavioral therapy have been shown to reduce stress and improve digestive symptoms. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, comment below, make sure you subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. See you next time.